Okay, so this is one of the tracks I'm finishing for that Nordic Nature library album for Universal. So I mean, there's a lot of things, at play when it comes to you know uh, muddiness in mixes, and some are more obvious than others. But one thing to also think about is reverb sense and stuff, because I always EQ my reverbs. There some people EQ it going into the reverb, and some people EQ the after the reverb. But regardless, that is definitely something to consider. A solo, the reverb bus, the auxiliary track, and listen to how the return sounds. There might definitely be some muddiness build up there, especially if you're sending from a lot of tracks. So do the same thing. Put on the channel EQ and check the analyzer and see if there's any stuff going on in the low mids, or anything that you think you need to cut out. And also always do a roll off or a high cut. Definitely you don't want to have any sub frequencies in the reverbs, and not too much low end either. But it depends. I mean, you might have a bass drum that you really want to have, with a lot of reverb. Then even in the low frequencies, then you might put that on a separate bus, or even put it on the actual channel, and then maybe bounce it in place, so you get the exact sound you want. But just a very, very general, thing when it comes to EQing stuff. For instance, I have a horn thing here. I'm just gonna play a little bit of the track first. Okay. So that's the track. I mean, this is already mixed. This is kind of done. But I'll just show you. So here's the brass track stack. The brass auxiliary already has some EQ on it. It has a quite big wide dip, around 500, probably too much, and some low end roll off that could possibly. There's no trombones or anything bass heavy in this brass stem. It's only horns and trumpets. So I could probably, but I think this is pretty good actually in terms of the low end roll off. So this is already taken care of in that stem. But what I would do, and then on the master, I have again quite a few dips. Again, any mixing engineer probably says too much, but it worked for this track and for me. So they're kind of wide, and yeah. And then I have the Gullfoss plugin I was talking about, who in real time adjusts resonant peaks and stuff in the arrangement. So you can see it work here. So it's working quite a lot around 2K, and somewhere here might be, I don't know where it is. It's probably around it's probably around 500. And then I have what else do I have there? Well, nothing more on the master bus, but it depends on the material and the instrumentation, etc. But just to show you what I might do especially on horns, because they have a lot of mid stuff going on, which is why you want to use them, especially when they play softer. You don't have that high end thing going on. So here's the horns playing soloed. Okay, so again, they are pretty much the way I want them. But if I would need, if I felt there was some muddiness going on, I would definitely look at the horns and cello probably and some other stuff. But so we can check I put the analyzer on, I put an EQ on the horns channel, and then put the analyzer on, and you can see already where it's peaking, where the main energy lies. You can also see some low end movement there, which we don't need. So what I would do is I would put on the high cut filter, pretty steep, like so, probably. And then I would, carefully tweak these peaks here and see, what it sounds like when I move them around and how wide I could have them. So, sorry. So again, like so, and I probably want to do something around here too, so I will just, put it on the peak and, move it around a little bit, change the Q value a bit and see, where it sounds the best. You have to be careful so you don't carve out too much though, because then you lose sort of the core sort of the instrument. But yeah, so let's. So yeah, you can't really hear what's happening, I guess, since it's an iPhone recording. But I mean, this is probably what I would do, in terms of EQing away troublesome frequencies. Then you have the other thing where you might want to add some, shine or warmth or whatever. Then I probably would use some more, an EQ with some more character. And again, since we're in Logic, I could try the vintage EQ collection, I guess, and we could put that after the surgical EQ. Add a little bit of high-end shine to it. Maybe boost a little bit around 220. Bring the. There's some weird latency going on, but never mind. There you go.